Hi, I'm Woman Grandmaster Dina Belenkaya for the 52nd Biel Chess Festival 2019. I would like to show you a very interesting game that happened in the round number 4 Grandmaster tournament. The game was played between two very strong players, Grandmasters from United States, Shankland and Parham Maghsoodloo from Iran. The game started with 1 e4, c5, the Sicilian defense, knight f3, knight c6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, d6, the rouser variation so far after bishop g5, e6, queen d2, a6, long castle, bishop d7, f4. Now, this variation Sam, playing with white, was kind of prepared for, since he noticed that Parham often went for this variation. But Sam was sort of expecting b5 in this position instead of bishop e7. Because actually, well, we need to know that Sam doesn't play e4 so often, so Parham knew that it was kind of preparation against him. So he perhaps should have surprised Sam. But he didn't do that after all, and he played bishop e7. Well, bishop e7 is also a move that Sam was expecting, because there was that guy in the German Bundesliga which Sam had to prepare for several months ago, and he had like a week to do that. And that guy literally played every single game with black on this very line. So Sam was kind of very well prepared. And well, funny enough, the guy did not appear after all. But Sam had basically a week worth analysis and just kept in mind that novelty and was waiting for someone as unfortunate as Parham. Knight f3 proceeded in the game. This was just all preparation. b5, a3. Well, a3 is kind of the novelty, and it's not such a great move from the first glance, but it makes it completely impossible to equalize from the human perspective. b4. This is the way that Parham played with black. It is not so bad actually, but if you want to get into the details, queen a5 would be a better choice, because here actually this is the only line that black can equalize. So white would have played king b1, rook d8, the only move, and now after queen e1 you need to play rook b8, the only move. But there is no way it is gonna happen, no matter how strong you are, because putting the rook to d8 and then on the next move to put it back in b8 is not something natural. Parham did not play queen a5, he went for b4. Now a takes b4, knight takes b4, king b1. h6 is a well attempt. Bishop h4, and here rook b8. All the way up to here, Parham was actually playing pretty well, and here after e5, it was quite urgent for black to play knight fd5. This is the line that Sam has prepared, and he would then proceed with bishop takes e7, queen takes e7, knight d5, e takes d5, e takes d6, queen takes d6, queen e3, and unfortunately here there would be only a small advantage for white, because let's proceed with knight king f8. And this is very funny moment actually, because this position sometimes or often occurs with the pawn on h7 and not on h6, because here in this very position, if we play knight e5, it is a very, very bad move, because after bishop f5, queen a7, bishop takes c2, king c1, and with the pawn on h7, it would be winning for white. But here, unfortunately, black king escapes. After queen takes f7, king h7, and black is winning. So this all means that Sam would not play knight e5. He would go for bishop d3 with a tiny little advantage for white, which is not even seen so far with the computer at the first glance. But as Sam claims, this position is quite unpleasant for black from the practical point of view. So his preparation would be something like h5 equalizing, but still very dangerous and uncomfortable for white. So let's just switch back to the game, where Parham, playing with black, actually made a mistake by playing d takes e5. And after this move, Sam was already feeling like being in a winning position, and all he needed to do was just to find the accurate moves in order to finish the game properly. Knight takes e5. Yes, the game is more or less over. The computer suggests something like bishop c6, but it was not played. Rook b7, bishop c4, and bishop b5 here. Well, there might have been an interesting way after queen c7, with the idea to play bishop c8 and castle. During the game, Sam just wanted to take this guy on f6, bishop takes f6, and now after g takes f6, he couldn't take the pawn because knight takes d7, queen takes d7, queen e2, queen c7, and now f5 is just winning for white. And if black tries instead of bishop takes f6, if black tries another move, which is bishop takes f6, it would be just knight d7, queen d7, queen takes d7, rook takes d7, knight e4, and then black loses the a6 pawn, and this position should be winning for white easily. Let's go back to the game. Black played bishop b5, and after queen takes d8, bishop takes d8, white just proceeded to make sure that this knight wasn't trapped in the end. It was pretty straightforward. Knight takes b5, a takes b5, bishop takes b5, rook takes b5, rook d8, king d8, and now double attack. King takes f7. You have both pieces under attack. Eventually you lose the rook. King e7, knight takes h8, g5, the only attempt. Unless there is something extremely direct, white can get his knight and be 2 pawns up, which it means winning. Knight g6, king f7, knight e5, king g7, c4. The game is over. Parham just got extremely unlucky. It was kind of very tough for him to get trapped into this situation. And yeah, that game that Sam was about to prepare for was worth week preparing. So Parham just resigned it here because there was no more possibilities to defend. This was a game from the round number 4 between Sam Shankland and Parham Maghsoodloo. Thank you for watching.